Today we are going to take chapter 1 number system class 9 mathematics NCERT textbook. Yes, children, I have for you bags full of gifts. The first bag has some numbers 1, 2, 17, 10, 100. What are these numbers called? These numbers are called natural numbers and they are denoted by the symbol n. Now there is another bag full of certain numbers. Yes, here it arrives. This bag has one number more than the numbers which you are seeing in this natural numbers arrow, and that one more number is 0. So this bag contains whole numbers. It's denoted by symbol W. What are these whole numbers? These are those numbers which are already present in n plus one more number which is denoted by red color, and that number is 0. So the whole numbers begin with 0. Natural number begins with 1 and up to infinity. Whole numbers begin with 0 and up to infinity. Here comes another bag full of new numbers. Yes, here you can see positive numbers, negative numbers along with the 0. This cluster of positive numbers, negative numbers along with 0 is called integers, and they are denoted by the symbol Z. Now why that integers have the symbol Z? There is a reason behind it. Z comes from the German word Zählen. The first letter of Zählen is Z and hence the symbol Z. What means Zählen? It means to count. Here comes another bag with new numbers. Here you will find fractions having both positive numbers in numerator and denominator as well as certain fractions having negative numbers in the numerator. Negative numbers means integers, negative integers in the numerator. Such numbers are called rational numbers. They are denoted by Q. Why the symbol Q? The Q symbol has come from the word quotient. What means rational? Rational word has come from the word ratio. Ratio and plus null. Ratio null. Rational. So here you can see negative integers also in the numerator. They are in the fractional form. Correct? As these integers are even positive in both numerator and denominator as well as negative integers in the numerator. This cluster of such fractions is called rational numbers. What is a rational number? A number R is called a rational number if it can be written in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. What means P and Q are integers? Let me explain to you with an example. Here, half 1 and 2 are natural numbers as well as they are also integers, but they can be written in the form P by Q, hence they are rational numbers. Let me take one negative integer in the numerator, minus 3 by 4. Here minus 3 by 4 is in P by Q form. Minus 3 is P and 4 is Q. Therefore, it is a rational number. So mind well, in the numerator you can take a negative integer. For a rational number, you can take a negative integer in the numerator. Now, notice that all the numbers in the bag can be written in the form P by Q. So, we saw natural numbers, whole numbers, every number can be written in the form P by Q. Now, let me explain to you how natural number can be written in the form P by Q. Take a natural number 2. Now I want to write it in the form P by Q. It means I must have a denominator. Here is the denominator 1. 2 by 1 is 2. The value has not changed, but the form has changed. Which form it is? P by Q. So P by Q means a form of rational number. Now natural number has become a rational number by writing it in the form P by Q. So hence all natural numbers can be written as rational numbers. Now take an example of whole number. 0 is a whole number. 0 upon 1. I have changed the form of the whole number in the form P by Q. But the value has not changed. 0 upon 1 is 0. But the form has changed. The form is P by Q. It means it is the form of a rational number. So all whole numbers can be written in the form of rational numbers. About integers, we have already mentioned it over here. Minus 25 by 1. So integers can also be written in the form P by Q. Usually in the Q, you are writing 1. Did you notice? We are writing every time 1 in the Q. So the value does not change. Numbers in general. You also know that the rational numbers do not have a unique representation. How can we say that it does not have a unique representation? Now, for example, if I take half, then its equivalent fraction is 2 by 4. Further, if I multiply this 2 by 4 by 5 in numerator and denominator, I get 10 by 20, an equivalent fraction. Similarly, 25 by 50 is also an equivalent fraction. So these are equivalent rational numbers. That is why half is not unique. These are its equivalent values. We say that P by Q is a rational number, or when we represent P by Q on the number line, we assume that Q not equal to 0 and that P and Q have no common factors. This is the general form of rational numbers. Means whenever we are talking about P by Q, we are only talking of the forms like half. Now what is the difference between this half and 10 by 20? The difference is half in half, 1 and 2 are co-prime numbers, whereas in 10 and 20 they are not co-prime numbers. So we have to assume that whenever we represent a rational number in general, we are going to use those numbers in numerator and denominator which do not have a common factor other than 1. That is, P and Q are co-prime. Co-prime means they do not have any other common factor, or in a simple language we can say that it is in its standard form. So on a number line, among the infinitely many fractions equivalent to half, we will choose only half. Now from these all the fractions, we are going to choose only half to represent this rational number on number line. So this is the general meaning of rational numbers. Now here is a sum where we are going to find 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2. Since we want 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2, now we are going to convert the denominator into 6. When we convert the denominator into 6, we will get 6 rational numbers. Because what is 1? 1 is 1 upon 1. So you multiply by 6, you get in the denominator 6 and in the numerator also 6. So 6 by 6 is 1. And for 2, 12 by 6, 6 2s are 12. So in denominator, what did we find over here? It is 6. Why we took 6? Because we want denominator 5 plus 1, 6. Now why 5 plus 1? Because we need 5 rational numbers. If we need 6 rational numbers, what will we take denominator? Yes, 6 plus 1, that is 7. If we want 8 rational numbers, then we will take 8 plus 1. So this is how we are going to carry out the sum. Now the rational numbers between 6 by 6 and 12 by 6 are these ones. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 are in the numerator and the denominator will be the same, that is 6. So very simple sum. You only have to remember that you have to take in the denominator 6. 5 plus 1, 6. And you have to convert this 1. 1 is a natural number. You have to convert it in the form P by Q. And you have to convert 2 also in the form P by Q. But the condition is that the denominator will have 6. Right? We need 6 in the denominator. Okay. Here the question is, find 5 rational numbers between 2 by 5 and 3 by 5. Since we want 5 rational numbers, as we saw in the previous question also, we want 5 rational numbers, then we'll add 1 to it and we'll get 6. Now we will convert the rational number 2 by 5 into its equivalent fraction by multiplying by 6 both in numerator and denominator. Then we'll get the equivalent rational number 12 by 13. Similarly, if we multiply 3 by 5 with 6 both in numerator and denominator, we get another rational number which is equivalent rational number, that is 18 by 30. Now, in between 12 by 30 and 18 by 30, there are 5 rational numbers. Because you see the numerator, between 12 and 18, there are 5 numbers. So, we are going to get 5 rational numbers in between 12 by 30 and 18 by 30. That are 13 by 30, 14 by 30, 15 by 30, 16 by 30, and 17 by 30. So this is how you can find rational numbers between any two rational numbers. Now here it's not necessary that you take only 6. You can take 10, you can take 20, you can take 100. But the more you take the value, the gap will increase in between these two rational numbers. The gap will increase. But there is one condition, that when you multiply, the number should be 6 or greater than 6, because the minimum, the smallest number which you need to multiply will be 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. You can take a number even more than this 6. So you remember the steps how to do the sum. Thank you.